The inaugural season of Indy Ignite Volleyball and the Pro Volleyball Federation rolls along from just outside of Indianapolis as 0-2 Grand Rapids is in town to take on the Indy Ignite, fresh off of their first win in franchise history with a 4-set win over Orlando on Saturday. Hello, everyone. We welcome you inside the Fishers Event Center. Former Northwestern Wildcat Emily Eamon and Noah Reed with you. All right, this is year 2 of the Pro Volleyball Federation, but only year 1 for the Indy Ignite. And if we learned anything from Saturday, Emily, it's that this community and the state of Indiana as a whole is ready for pro volleyball.
Indiana is a volleyball hub in the U.S., and that played out on Saturday. There were nearly 7,000 fans in attendance. It was a party here in the Fishers Event Center. Grand Rapids has got to be ready because if this Indy fan base gets going, they're going to be tough to stop tonight. They are so loud.
It was a little bit of a slow start on Saturday. They lost set 1, but the Ignite came back. They won it in 4 with 3 straight wins. And it's kind of 2 teams that are in separate spots. Very early, one weekend. Grand Rapids, though, 0-2. Indy, 1-0.
Indy's bringing a lot of momentum into this one. They had that shaky start, but they found a way to bounce back. That was something that Coach Padgett was very proud of his team for, bouncing back right away, getting those 3 good sets under their belt. The other team, Grand Rapids, they're in a different spot. They got reverse swept in their opening match and then got swept by the Omaha Supernovas. They're trying to find their rhythm here in their 3rd match of the year.
Well, nobody made a bigger statement in week 1 of this season than Lecator member Mena, who was the current player of the week in the league.
Lecator member Mena had one of the best matches, not just of her career professionally, but her career in total. 25 kills. She put up 27 points, a 500 kill percentage, and 18 digs for the double-double as well. This was one of the best performances, and she just absolutely could not be stopped. Lecator member Mena is one of the most fun players to watch because of how explosive she is and also how fired up she gets. She's one of those players that when she gets going, she is unmatched, and that swagger is an it factor for her. At 5'8", she's more of an undersized outside attacker, but she jumps out of the gym and has one of the strongest arms that you will see in the front and the back court. Grand Rapids has to key in on her.
It was a dominant performance for Lecator member Mena. 25 kills, 18 digs in the opener against Orlando. Getting set for set 1 here inside the Fishers Event Center. Noah Reed, Emily Eamon with you. Indy Ignite 1-0 on the season. Inaugural win in franchise history on Saturday. The Grand Rapids rise 0-2, looking for their first win of the season, and that's dug up in the back by Kylie Murtha-Libero. Back row swing, sliding play in the corner. Great effort. Near pin, roll shot is poked back by Chaic. Cross court, Mers got it in an overpass back to Grand Rapids. Out of the middle, Alyssa Jensen played. Chaic. Rasky sets, back row. Sydney Hilly got an arm on it, but that's about it, and Grand Rapids starts to score.
Well, point 1 is any indication of how tonight is going to go. We're going to be here into tomorrow. The defense already locked in to start this one.
Carly Snyder was the one that put it away with the kill, her first of the night, averaging about 3% in the first 2 matches of the season. She goes back to serve. Rotation error there on Indy, so point Grand Rapids, early 2-0 start for the Rise. And a Grand Rapids Rise team, Emily, that is without Sheridan Atkinson, their top attacker on the season. She's out for tonight. Don't know what the status is going forward, but have to play without her tonight.
And Naisha May set it into that opposite spot. The only other opposite on this Grand Rapids roster, she's going to have to be big tonight, especially against outsides that Indy Ignite relies on.
Swung out of the middle. That's a Johnny Teeler who is turned away, and that defense for Grand Rapids has shown up early.
The Rise are an incredible blocking team. What Indy needs to do is do a better job of swinging high because they can't go right down into it. 2
best blocking teams in the Pro Volleyball Federation after the first week of the season. Out of the middle, that was Cece Crawford. Pritchard scooped up in the back row by Murr. Free ball back to the Rise. A little bit out of system, but they get a good look for Pritchard on the far pin. Blocked, but out of play. First point of the night for Indy.
Picking up their off-blocking defense was something that the Ignite was really focused on during this matchup. So can those outsides, when they're coming off the net, defend into an attack? Nina Chayat did a really great job of that to start.
Chaich back to serve now. Pritchard at the 10-foot line sends it directly into the net. Back-to-back points for the Ignite to pull within one.
The Ignite knows that the Rise aren't going to give them many points. They have to make sure they're capitalizing in those opportunities when Grand Rapids messes up.
Rasky with a back set to the near pin, pokes through the block. That's Naya Shame, who's getting the start in place of Sheridan Atkinson, her first kill of the night.
And Naya Shame, a player that we haven't seen action from so far throughout the 2 matches of the season for the Rise. She's going to have to be big and have a lot of big swings.
A rookie who played her last couple of years at SMU, had a really great season this past year. Serve from Melissa Jensen goes into the net. Indy Ignite back within a point, down 4-3 early. CC Crawford serving now for the Ignite. Great lunging play by Crawford. Lekator member Mena sails it long, but off the fingertips of the block. Her first kill of the match after 25 on Saturday.
Member Mena is so impressive because she's an undersized outside. She's only 5'8", playing professional volleyball, really just proving that size doesn't matter in this game. You can get it done no matter how tall you are.
And most of the time you're going against opposites for her that are what, 6'2", 6'3", 6'4". Back row touch goes directly into the net from Chaich. Grand Rapids reclaims an early lead.
Really, as a whole, this Indy team is kind of on the shorter side, even when you look at the outsides. Member Mena at 5'8", Chaich at 5'11". Shorter pins on that position is Johnny Teeler as well, 5'9" on the right side. Grand Rapids has to key in on those pins for good matchups.
That is Teeler who gets a swing, spins it off the block for the point. Tied at 5.
Each one of these pins are a little bit undersized. They do a really good job. One, they can jump out of the gym, but they also have great court vision, so they can see the block really well and hit it right off.
We were at Pass and Serve this morning, and we were talking about Member Mena saying she's 5'8", and you said, yeah, I'm also 5'8", but I certainly can't jump like that.
Most people can't.
Pritchard on that far pin, sent away by the block of the Ignite, and it's the first lead of the night for Indy.
Really great setup from Sydney Hilly, the setter, identifying where that ball was, wrapping those hands around and pushing over.
Johnny Teeler, former Kentucky Wildcat, won a national championship back in 2020. She's serving for the Ignite. Touch out of the middle, Blake Moeller sends it down, and Indy's on a little bit of a run here to take a 2-point lead.
Huge transition play for the Ignite. Difficult situation to get the middle going. That's been a massive focus for Indy, getting the middles off the net in transition to make sure they're available and have options on attack.
George Padgett, the head coach, said that our middles were a lot more defensive-minded in college. We need them to play more offensive-minded at times for us. Dropped right over on a roll shot from Erica Pritchard to pull the Rise back within a point.
Erica Pritchard's been really impressive as of late. She came in set 2 against Omaha. She absolutely crushed it. She put up 12 kills, 11 digs on the night, earning her the starting spot here tonight.
Had that double-double, second-year player for Grand Rapids. Member Mena scissors it through the back row for her second kill.
If you're going up to block against Member Mena, you have to make sure you go just a little bit quicker than you think. Because Member Mena's snap down is so fast, her hands have to be up and over faster.
Doesn't have the size we talked about, just 5'8", but so dynamic, so agile, quick.
Powerful.
Yeah, very powerful. She's now back to serve. Has a great jump serve as well. Right into the block again. That's Chaich and Moeller who combined for the Ignite.
Fantastic setups up front from both the pin attackers and the middles, getting all the way out to them. Really good read on that swing.
9-6 lead for the Indy Ignite, largest lead they've had in this opening set. Member Mena plants it in the corner for the ace. Something they didn't have many of on Saturday, but something that they want to continue to be a little more aggressive serving-wise.
The biggest focus was serving in the seams. That was the perfect job doing that. Lekator Member Mena stifling right through it.
10-6, the Indy Ignite with a little bit of a slow start early, but on a big run now to take a 4-point lead over Grand Rapids. guard rookie of the year in the WNBA and taking in the newly Women's Professional Pro Volleyball Federation here in Indy as well.
And how cool to have stars like that supporting teams like this, and what she does for women's sports, just so awesome.
Had a great season with the Indiana Fever this past year, rookie of the year. Taking it in here for the Indy Ignite, who continue to roll. Lecator member Mena had an ace right before the timeout, comes out with one out of the timeout as well.
The key right here is this pass doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be up.
Indy had just one ace total Saturday in the opener in the win, already 2 in this opening set, both from member Mena. Pushed over by Carly Snyder. Near side, Chaich, great adjustment in the air to go off speed for the kill.
What a high IQ play from Mina Chaich. She saw the defense pretty backed up, looked like she was gonna swing and watch at the last second. She pulls that elbow down for the tip.
A rookie, played at Tennessee where she was a second-team All-American. She's got a couple early kills. And India scored 7 unanswered since trailing 6-5 moments ago. And that service run finally comes to an end for Lecator member Mena. She goes into the net.
A lot of times with those topspin serves as well, it's difficult to get more than 2 or 3 points strung together because of that consistency, but she is so good at that.
She had 7 points in that stretch, 2 of them coming on aces. Nearly an ace here for the Rise, but a free ball back over to Grand Rapids. Murray's there to play it, the back row. Chaich scooped up by Pritchard. Snyder on the far pin, down the line. What a hustle play by Murr. Chaich sends it over. What an effort defensively. Member Mena slides for the dig. This one can't be chased down. Credit that point to the defense of the Ignite.
The Indy Ignite built this team off of grit. This is what this team is known for. Crazy plays. Just when you think the ball is down, someone comes scooping under it to send it over.
I'm glad you brought that up because you had said something to Coach Padgett yesterday about grit, and he said we use that word all the time in our gym.
Every single one of his players is gritty. Those are the kind of players he wanted to bring into this program so that they could build it up based off of that. Everyone on the court right now and everyone on the bench has that ingrained in them.
Had great composure, great maturity after a 25-13 set 1 loss in the inaugural match against Orlando. Came back and won the next 3 sets to win the match in 4. One-arm dig for member Mena. Chaich the free ball. Grand Rapids has a chance in system here, the far pin. Hilly goes back row, member Mena. Sliding play from Chimay, but she can't send it over. It's a point for the Ignite.
The defense has just been insane, especially on the Ignite side. Member Mena scooping in a one-handed up to keep that ball alive. They are just finding ways to fight through points. Check out this save. You think the ball is down, and all of a sudden they find ways to scoop right under it. This was one play before. Kylie Murr finds a way to keep it up. Just so impressive. It's play after play. This team is constantly dialed in.
Kylie Murr, the libero, who played at both Minnesota and Ohio State. The balls just don't hit the ground around her. She makes plays on everything.
It doesn't matter where the ball is. It could be completely on the other side of the court. She finds a way to make the read and get her feet under it. She's one of the most scrappy liberos that you'll see play.
Local kid from Yorktown, just about 45 minutes north of here in Fishers. She was drafted by Vegas last year in the 3rd round, but everybody became a free agent at the end of last year because Indy Ignite was a new team. They wanted the ability to kind of have a fresh start, and it was kind of a no-brainer for her to come back home and play here in Indiana.
Yeah, Kylie Murr told us that right when she found out that Indy was gonna become a team, she was like, okay, who do I have to call? What do I have to do to get on this team to play professional volleyball in her home state? That was something that growing up she didn't think was ever possible. And now with the possibility of that happening, she is so excited to join this team and kind of be that hometown hero for them.
Won a pair of state championships at Yorktown High School. They play the state title championships here at Ball State here in Indiana, which is in Muncie, right next to Yorktown, so hometown for her.
Munciana, the
Yes.
high school club, they have 900 kids in attendance tonight watching as well. Just so cool to support around the state.
15-7 lead out of the timeout for Indy. That's Carly Snyder who tools the blocks, and a needed point out of the timeout for the Rise.
Really good answer right out of the timeout. Snyder finding a way to put it down. Easy one-and-done play off of a good pass.
Spent 6 years as a pro in France, played her college ball at Florida. Back set off the slide, that's scooped up by Briggs Romine. Near side. Chaich. Snyder off the fingertips. Billy sets to the back row. Member Mena finds the line for the kill.
Indy has been system at such a high clip. Their offense has been so difficult to read. In this rotation, they have 4 attacking options. This one in the backcourt, only 1 blocker up. Member Mena is going to win that every time.
Great start for Lekator Member Mena. The 25-kill performance on Saturday earned her PVF Player of the Week, and already off to a great start here in set 1. Good swing out of the middle. They needed that. That's Alyssa Jensen.
Really good side out on Grand Rapids side. A good pass allows that middle to happen, and Kathy George talked to us. They needed more middle involvement.
Billy goes to the middle with Mueller. Overpass, and Ajani Taylor hammers it home.
You don't want to be one-on-one against Ajani Taylor. She has one of the strongest arms in the entire game. On these overpasses, someone has to be up on that, because if not, she's going to bring the heat.
Played for Orlando last year, averaged about 2 kills per set for them. Comes here to the Indy Ignite, had 19 kills in the opener against Orlando. Far side, Paige Briggs, a Romine goes down the line.
Really good shot from Briggs Romine, identifying where the block was, and just that easy tool right off the fingertips.
3-time All-American at Western Kentucky. She had nearly 2,000 kills. Her first of the night tonight. Pulls the Rise within 7. Chaich out of the back row, scooped up by Snyder. Swing on the near side pin, and Chimay hammers it through.
That's what Nia Chimay is known for, that heavy arm up front. Really good identification of where the block was, seeing the line was wide open and taking a big rip.
A couple in a row for the Rise. They pull it in 6, but that serve sails well long. 18-11, the Indy Ignite here in the closing moments of set 1.
The biggest thing for the Rise is to get their passing down just a little bit better. They're having trouble in those seams. If they can get that unlocked, the offense has looked good.
That especially played a role in the sweep that they had against Omaha as well. Serve finds that back line. 3rd ace of this opening set for the Indy Ignite. This one comes from CeCe Crawford.
It's difficult for the Rise because they've had players in and out of the starting lineup. Snyder has been kind of that solid outside for them, but they've switched between Simone Abbott, now Paige Briggs Romine, and Erica Pritchard at that other spot.
Briggs Romine goes roll shot. Rasky right back to Briggs Romine and spins it off the block for the kill.
Really smart decision from August Rasky up front, the setter for Grand Rapids. She identified a really good pass, the middle staying with her middle, so she sends it outside for the one-on-one.
Serve goes long this time from Nia Chimay. Point Indy. Elena Scott from Louisville, Kentucky, stayed home to play her college volleyball with the Louisville Cardinals. Went to a national championship this past year. Member Mena pushes it down the line. Briggs Romine. Murr chases down. Member Mena gets another swing, tapped right back to the Ignite side. Member Mena a 3rd time, and it won't quite find the line. Attack air, point Rise.
That ball barely going out of bounds. Member Mena trying to paint that sideline, just going a little bit wide.
Match high 4 kills for her already in this opening set. Won't get that one though. Down or up 7 are the Ignite. Make it 8 on a service error.
Too many errors on the Rise's side. That's their 4th of this match so far. They have to clean it up from the end line.
Lecator member Mena went on a 7-point scoring run the last time she rotated back to serve. Indy Ignite went from down 1 to up 6 by the time she left the line. Chaich picked up in the back row. Rasky tries the dump, sent right back to her. Carly Snyder far pin, right to Murr. Member Mena from the back. Back set down the line. Member Mena with a great dig. Rasky to Snyder. Pops it off the block for the point, and they get Lecator member Mena off the service line quickly this time.
Huge for them to get Lecator member Mena off the service line, and this offense for the Rise has had such a difficult time putting balls down, but the way they ended that rally is what they need to continue to do. Swing high hands at the block for the point, because the back court right now for Indy is very difficult to put a ball down with member Mena, Elena Scott, and Kylie Murr.
Yeah, that back row has been untouchable back there.
It's like 3 liberos
It really is.
right now. It's impossible.
3 liberos, one of them had 25 kills in the opener. That tells you how good Lecator member Mena played on Saturday.
That's just what she does night to night. She's so fun to watch because she's not just explosive in the front row. Again, she's like having another libero in the backcourt. She's a fantastic passer as well. She's just an all-around really great player.
Well, you look how many times Sydney Hilly has set her up in the back
Yeah.
tonight, too. The back row swing, and it's a great one from Nia Chimay as she pounds it into the floor.
Nia Chimay definitely making her presence known. She had to be big tonight with Sheridan Atkinson out, the Rise's kill leader. Someone had to step up, and it needed to be her.
Rookie from Casper, Wyoming, spent her first 3 years at her hometown school, played at Wyoming, then went to SMU the last 2 years. First SMU player to ever be named an All-American as well. Now August Rasky, the setter, is back to serve for the Rise, down 7. Back set off the slide. Crawford sent away, but Chaich is there. Free ball back to the Rise. They got a chance in system. To Snyder. Up by member Mena. Now gets the swing from the back row. Right down the line, does not touch any of the blockers though. Out of play, point Indy.
Indy's doing a nice job setting this block up on the right side, inside, funneling everything to Kylie Murr in the backcourt, that time forcing the right side to hit it out of bounds.
I think that's typically a good strategy, funnel everything to Kylie Murr, that'll work.
Not a bad strategy to have with how good of a bro she is.
Nice off-speed attack there by Chimay.
Really smart decision for Chimay. She's been bringing the heat on the last few swings. That's what makes the tip so effective, is that you expect her to take the big swing every time.
Carly Snyder to serve. Sydney Hilly couldn't quite track it down, went into the net, back-to-back for the Rise, who have now pulled within 6.
The key right now for Grand Rapids is just to string together a few points, gain some momentum into this first set, headed into the second.
That will not help the cause. Long on the serve from Snyder, and the Indy Ignite have set point.
6 service errors already for Grand Rapids. Just in the first set, they have to clean it up.
6 service errors in a set, you're down 7. That plays a huge role. Nina Chaich to serve, fans their feet inside the Fishers Event Center. And they will be silenced for a moment. Great attack out of the middle, continues this opening set. Marin Grow out of the middle had the kill for Grand Rapids. Grow after the kill, back to serve. Member Mena cross court. Rasky with a back set to the near pin, blocked away. Now goes to the middle, up by Hilly. Member Mena. Overpass, and it's dropped down by Ajani Teeler, and that's how the Ignite takes set 1.
Indy right out of the gate showing why they've been dominant so far. Great serves, amazing passes, and they're doing an awesome job on offense, finding holes to put it down.
All Indy Ignite in that opening set. They take it 25-18, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Ignite. One over Grand Rapids, and it was all sorts of everything. Emily, offense, defense, you name it.
Indy was phenomenal in every area of the game. Serve and pass, they especially excelled, doing a phenomenal job on the service line, getting Grand Rapids out of system, and then creating opportunities for themselves on offense. They had 27 digs just in the first set alone. I don't know if I've ever seen a number that high. It has been so difficult for the Rise to put a ball down because of how greedy Indy's been.
7 apiece for Kylie Murr and Lecator member Mena in that opening set for the Ignite, on the way to a 27-dig first set to take it 25-18. And it's kind of similar to Saturday in the sense that they got off to a slow start. Now that start on Saturday lasted the whole opening set. They lost 25-13. This one only lasted about the first 10 or 12 points, but a great response from the Ignite.
The biggest key when Lecator member Mena went back to serve for the first time, a 7-point run by her to really elongate that lead. That was massive for Indy to get that under their belts pretty early on in the set.
4 kills, 7 digs, 2 aces for Lecator member Mena, who is the current PVF player of the week after 25 kills, 18 digs against Orlando in the opener.
Talking to George Pageant about her performance last week, he said, we knew that it was always in there. We were just waiting for it to come out. The biggest thing with her as well, her mindset really sets her apart. She is so confident as a player and has that really confident attitude. And when she gets hot, she feeds off of that.
He said it was kind of eye-opening when you watch her in practice. You see that it's in there. He said, do I think she's going to go 25 and 18 every night? No, probably not, but she's going to consistently be one of the best players in the league, night in and night out. Set 2, Ajani Taylor gets a touch in the back row, and it is sent straight back. Point Grand Rapids to open the set.
Bit of a miscommunication on Indy's side, but really well read up front by Grand Rapids to get a big blocker up there.
Now August Rasky, the setter, is back to serve for the Rise. Hilly sets, Chaich there. Overpass, dumped down by Hilly, point Indy.
There's that service pressure playing out again, finding ways to knock him out.
Not always about getting an ace, right? But you put that pressure, you kind of get them out of system, and that can be just as good sometimes.
Yeah, it's difficult to find any rhythm on service eve if you're either ace or miss or just out of system at a very high clip, especially for Grand Rapids, who has been switching through some outsides on the side.
Point Grand Rapids here. They take a 2-1 lead here in the set.
Carly Snyder has a really tough topspin serve. She needs to be a little bit more effective back there here from now on out.
Hilly goes to the middle, CC Crawford. It was not touched, point Grand Rapids.
Good opportunity on Indy's side. Kylie Murr really handling that serve well. The connection needs to be just a little bit better between Hilly and Crawford.
George Pageant will use a challenge here. They want to see if that ball was in fact touched or not on the CC Crawford swing out of the middle.
familiar with the technology that we have in the PVF, these cameras, I mean, they just make your jaw drop how good it is. 22 cameras with Bolt 6 technology. These challenges are normally very fast. Good looking camera.
Catches everything. And very quickly, it is determined that the call stands, point Grand Rapids. I know it doesn't result in a kill there for Indy, Emily, but that's what George Padgett was talking about, wanting to get the middles more involved offensively, not just the pins all the time.
Yeah, their last match was kind of a pin show. They needed to get a little bit more momentum and production through the middles. They've done a better job of it tonight. It's also tough when you have a player like Johnny Taylor or Lector Mena going off because you want to feed them when you're hot.
Taylor's performance kind of got overshadowed on Saturday because of what Mena did, but 19 kills, 9 digs, 3 blocks. That by itself is a great performance by Johnny Taylor.
Absolutely.
Serve goes a little bit long this time by Nina Chaich. Point Grand Rapids. Maren Grote, 30-year pro, started professionally in Turkey for a year, came back to the United States when the PVF started last year, her second year with the Rise. Back set to that far pin, turned away, but it is cooled. Point Grand Rapids, that's Nia Chimay.
Nia Chimay is starting to make a name for herself. Again, Sheridan Atkinson out for Grand Rapids, which was a huge hit. Chimay came in and she's done a phenomenal job stepping up.
Played just 1 set total in the first 2 matches, but getting the opportunity without Atkinson tonight. Hilly goes near pin to Taylor, sent back. Chaich chases it down. Mena can't get there, and Grand Rapids off to a phenomenal start in set 2.
The block for Grand Rapids really turning on. They're in better positions, and especially on these overpass balls, maybe 50-50, they're taking control up at the net.
Hilly dumps, and she played that perfectly. Drops it right to the center of the defense.
Hilly is one of the smartest players in the game. She knows exactly what to do in what situation, whether that's setting up a hitter or knowing when to be offensive herself.
George Padgett saying she saw something with the matchup on Saturday with Lekator Mena, the 25 kill performance, that she just kept feeding her because there was no answer. Out of the middle, powerful swing that time. It's a point for Grand Rapids.
Grand Rapids is doing a much better job getting their middles involved. During their last loss against Omaha, they only had about 10% middle involvement, which is way too low from what you normally want to see. Now we're seeing Rasky getting the middles going a little bit more.
Hilly goes to Taylor, rolls it off the block, but it's sent back to the Indy Ignite side and a point for Grand Rapids.
Upper F actually ruling that Taylor was under the net after that swing, which would have had to have been before the ball actually landed. Taylor clearly kind of running under after that. Good call.
Serve goes into the net from Chimay. 8-4 lead for the Rise here in set 2, trying to bounce back after a 25-18 loss in set 1.
Much better response from Grand Rapids, finding a little bit more rhythm on offense.
Rasky goes near side. Paige Briggs Romine finds a seam in the block for the kill.
The biggest difference with Grand Rapids has been their passing. They're in system at a much higher clip, so they're able to run a more dynamic offense.
Yeah, that's what you kind of thought was the biggest problem in set 1 too, right? Was the passing?
The passing completely fell apart, and you know they're in new lineups. They have Paige Briggs Romine in there, who hasn't seen any action over the last game, so they have different lineups that take a little bit to get used to.
Blake Moeller off the slide. The former Purdue Boilermaker hammers it through.
Moeller is known for this slide attack, and this is why. She is so dominant when that set is in the right spot. She brings the hammer.
2-time All-American at Purdue. Had nearly 1,000 kills over the course of her career. First time playing in a couple of years. Lekator Mena nearly had the ace. Diving play by Murr. Chaich drills it through.
These kids for Indy are just all power all the time. Rarely do we see an off-speed. Even in situations where they have a good block up front, it might be a time to throw in an off-speed. They're taking rip after rip.
It's pulled them back within 3, trailing by as many as 5 moments ago. Got exactly who you want behind the service line, and Mena. Tight to the net, Joust poked onto the Grand Rapids side. Here's Snyder, goes off speed, and it works. Not necessarily how they drew it up, but they'll take it.
Really well-placed ball from Carly Snyder, going right between the off blocker and the right back defender, forcing them to talk about that.
Ellie Bastianelli back to serve for the Rise. 10-6 the lead. Or the bump set. Chai pokes it down in the middle.
Difficult out-of-system situation. When the ball is so far off the net as an outside, you know that you're going to have two big blockers up front. That opens up a lot just right over that block in between all the players in the backcourt.
Already her 4th kill. Pulls Indy back within 3. On the slide, down the line, up by Moore. Chai goes cross-court, and she's got back-to-back.
That ball just dropped off the table. Check out the spin on this ball. Gajic is able to hit this because she gets on top of it, and there's so much topspin that it drops right in front of the libero.
Nina Chai had 4 kills in total Saturday in the opener, already 5, only about a set and a half into this one. Back row swing, and that is a bullet from Chimay.
What a swing from Chimay. This offense getting a little bit more dynamic. When she's lined up as that right back attacker, they're bringing her through the middle on a quick big attack instead.
Over pass, Grand Rapids with a chance in system. Back set to the far pin. Hilly dives after it to keep it up. Buries it in the corner.
What a spot from Ajani Taylor, splitting the backcourt defenders, going right back, and still finding a way to bring power in it.
Great performance in the opener from her. It's continued on here into match number 2 of the season for the Ignite. Down just 2 now, 11-9. Chimay upped. Chai again squeezes it between the 2 back row defenders. Her 3rd kill of this set.
Everything on the outside is going across court. Grand Rapids has to make this adjustment, bring the block in just a little bit more, and don't allow those seams to happen.
Chai has been taking advantage of it. Match high 6 kills already for her. Chimay pokes it down the line. Back to Chai again. Taylor near pin, up to the back row. Her the dig. Remember Mena from the back row. Into the block, and it's tooled. Erica Pritchard the kill for the Grand Rapids Rise.
Great out-of-system play from Grand Rapids. Setter takes the first ball. Otek stepping in, giving a beautiful ball to the right side so Pritchard can put it down.
Double-double last time out against Omaha for Pritchard. 12 kills, 11 digs. Diving effort from Jenna Otek. Back-to-back points for the Rise. This one from Chimay.
Grand Rapids is really feeding that right side of the court, doing a really nice job identifying who's up front, seeing those matchups, and getting after it against Chai.
United pulled it within 1, but a couple in a row from Grand Rapids has stretched that lead back out to 3. Crawford, great adjustment in air, great awareness to find that front corner.
Such a high IQ play as a middle. When you see 2 blockers up, you have the outside coming in. That allows so much space in that zone 4 or left front to be open and available for you to tip at.
George Padgett was telling us that she has so much confidence and belief in herself, and he said she's the kind of person we need in our gym.
He was like, she's got that it factor. I mean, her stare downs are elite. She's got so much swagger to her. She's just awesome to play with.
Out of system here for the Rise. See what Indy turns it into. Taylor near side, buries it in the center of the defense.
Indy's starting to look like what they looked like during set 1. A slower start here in set 2, but they're starting to find their rhythm just a little bit better. A lot of seams in the block on Grand Rapids side.
5th kill tonight for Ajani Taylor, the former Kentucky Wildcat. Back set on that far pin, sent away, but off the antenna. Point Grand Rapids. Nia Chimay again. Talk about making the most of an opportunity without Sheridan Atkinson. Chimay's doing just that.
Chimay has been fantastic. She's already racked up 8 kills on the night so far, stepping into a role that is very big in the professional game. You need to have that right side or opposite that's going to put down a lot of balls.
Oh, talking about putting down a lot of balls. My goodness, Legator member Mena.
Here's a seam in the block. Legator member Mena will find it every time. This time, that line right open, and she hammers it down. She's a player that you really just don't want to get caught, because once she gets in a rhythm, she becomes nearly impossible to stop.
Yeah, good luck getting in front of that. Rasky goes up tempo out of the middle. Ali Bastianelli with the kill to put the Rise back up 2.
Good run on the Rise's side. Beautiful pass. Allows that middle attack to happen. Bastianelli doing a good job putting it down. Rise up 2.
Pro Volleyball proudly invests in the next generation of leaders by partnering with the nonprofit organization Girl Talk. Through peer-to-peer mentoring, Girl Talk works to help all girls gain practical leadership experience. Girls interested in starting a Girl Talk club or joining one of the 100 existing clubs across the nation can visit mygirltalk.org. Caitlin Clark here in the building tonight for the Indy Ignite, who took set 1, 25-18, trailing by 2 right now in the second set to Grand Rapids, 15-13. You got to give a lot of credit to Grand Rapids, Emily, who has a really, really tough schedule to start the year. You lose set 1, got handled pretty well, but they have responded well in the second set. Yeah,
much better response, especially with players in and out of the lineup. It looks like they're finally in a rhythm here in set 2.
For the first 5 matches of the season for Grand Rapids on the road and against some of the best teams in the league. And the defense shows up right out of the timeout, turning it away, and it's a 3-point lead.
The block is something that Grand Rapids normally hangs their hat on, and with Bastianelli up front, known for her great blocking ability, she's made a big difference.
I led the nation in blocks as a senior when she was at Illinois, more than 200 her senior season. Serve goes long this time. Indy pulls back within 2. Elena Scott on to serve now for Indy, a 3-time All-American at Louisville.
And Mount Rushmore of Louisville players.
Paige Briggs-Romine finds a seam in that block and spins it off.
All the Rice Pins are doing a much better job seeing where Indy's set up on the block and going right off of it. Their vision has really improved as this match has gone on.
Briggs-Romine was a first-round draft pick last year, 5th overall by Orlando, traded on draft day to Omaha. Legator member Mena drills it to the back.
Legator member Mena cannot be left one-on-one because she is going to win that every time, and she's going to try to put a hole in the floor while she does it.
Back behind the service line, went on a 7-point run in the first set. And a couple aces as a part of that run. Dump attempt blocked away. And a free ball to Indy. Ignite with a chance in system. Shot each played by Briggs-Romine. Member Mena can't chase it down. It's a kill for Erica Pritchard.
Pritchard doing what other Pins have done for the Rise, really going off the block, using it incredibly well. Indy has to be a little bit more disciplined with their hands up front.
Tilly with a back set. Muller off the slide. They've gone to that twice, and it's worked both times.
The connection looking so much better here in match 2 than it did in match 1. Moeller hit 0. That connection didn't look good on the slide when they faced Orlando last Saturday. So much better tonight. Moeller looks like she's in a really great rhythm.
2 kills on 2 swings tonight for Blake Moeller. The Ignite still trailing by 2, getting into the late stages of set 1. Chaich on the far pin. Great effort in that back row. Hilly dumps it over, and again, she knows the perfect moments when to go to that.
That 2-shoot is so effective, even when Hilly is off the net. Look, she's 5-6 feet off the net. She finds ways to score. Even in situations where a ball should absolutely be played here, she knows exactly where to put it.
3-time Big Ten setter of the year when she was at Wisconsin, was a 5-time All-American. Incredibly smart player. Serve goes long there from the Ignite. The Rise lead crawls back up to 2. Chaich turned away. Point Grand Rapids. Rise the first at 20 here in set 2.
Rise's block really turning on. That's already their 4th stuff of this set. Their hands in a much better position to make these plays.
Best blocking team in the league after week 1. It's still early, but averaging 3 blocks a set. Emily just said it, already 4 in this set. Not blocking that one. Chaich comes right back and has the response.
This is where the Ignite have to go back and really capitalize on this rotation. With the Johnny Teeler back up front and the addition of Lecator member Mena in the backcourt, they have 4 options on attack. They have to hold this rotation.
Down 2, they have Sydney Hilly, the setter, rotating back to serve now. The Ignite have trailed pretty much the entire way here in the second set. Grand Rapids trying to tie this at a set apiece. The Ignite trying to take a commanding 2-0 lead. Chased down by member Mena, free ball back to the Rise. Rasky sets to the middle, and that's down in the back corner from Marin Grove.
Huge opportunity for the Grand Rapid Rise right there, siding out at a high clip, finding ways to get that one-and-done play.
Have not seen Indy go on really any long service runs like they had a couple in set 1. Takes a timeout, 21-18, the Grand Rapids lead here in set 2.
I started 4, put in 5, and I put in 2 for the same position. That's why it's locking down.
Grand Rapids lost set 1, 25-18, but feels like so much of a cleaner second set. I mean, the service errors aren't there. The block has shown up for the Rise in this second set, and it's led to a 3-point lead.
The biggest thing is how clean Grand Rapids has played. Right now, they're 14 for 28 on attack, so they're hitting 500. That is an insanely high number to have with no errors there. Then on serve, they've only had 2 errors compared to their 6 service errors in the first set. So much better focus on the Rise's side of taking care of business and not just giving Indy points.
Yeah, a lot of it was self-inflicted in that first set for Grand Rapids. 6 service errors in a set they lost by 7 points. Kind of tells the full story right there, but different story here in set 2. 21-18 lead. The Rise have now lost 7 straight sets too, because they won the first 2 of the opener, then suffered the reverse sweep, then lost in 3 to Omaha on Sunday, lost set 1 against Indy tonight, so trying to win their first set since the second set of the season opener. Chaich, point Indy, needed it out of the timeout, they got it, the Ignite pulled in 2.
Great regroup right out of that timeout. Chaich seeing the block really well and pushing it off at a pivotal time.
Nina Chaich, who's been so effective in that front row, rotates back to serve now, down 2. Rasky goes to the middle, and it's Grote who has the answer. You just talked about it, but that side-out efficiency for Grand Rapids is phenomenal.
great passing on the Rise's side has allowed that to happen. Much more middle involvement. When the middles are one-on-one, they're so difficult to stop.
Getting a lot more out of the middles today than what they have in the first 2 matches. Lekator member Mena pops it off the block, and she's got the kill.
Now that Lekator member Mena is back in the front court for Indy, expect her to get set almost every ball as they try to claw their way back in this.
Nearly an ace for CC Crawford. Briggs Romine goes into the net, though, and the Ignite are within a point.
This is where Grand Rapids has to settle in, get one good pass, get that middle attack going. Don't let CC Crawford go on a run.
Overpass, Lekator member Mena drops it through, and we are tied at 22.
And all of a sudden, Grand Rapids got some things to talk over. 2 mishandled balls results in 2 points for Indy, and all of a sudden, it's a tie ball game here at 22.
Kathy George takes the timeout after Indy has rattled off 3 in a row to tie this up at 22. Together, Wren Athletics and Pro Volleyball Federation have a focus that extends beyond the game. We're growing the sport of volleyball, building community around the sport, and empowering our world-class female athletes with top-tier resources. Wren Athletics, the largest volleyball-only apparel company in the United States, is the official uniform and apparel partner of the Pro Volleyball Federation. Out of that timeout for Indy. They took a timeout down 3. They've scored 3 consecutive, and right now they've got all the momentum on their side late in set 2.
And it becomes a point of focus for Grand Rapids. Can they respond after they drop the last 2 points? Right now, Indy has all the momentum. Grand Rapids needs to settle back in and find their rhythm again.
CC Crawford's been the one doing the damage behind the service line for the Ignite. Far pin, upped by Taylor. Great effort to keep the ball up. Member Mena the free ball. Rise have a chance in system. Down the line, and it is touched by the block. Ignite do not agree with it, but regardless, it's a point for Grand Rapids.
That ball going right off of member Mena up front. Really beautiful set from the setter going over her middle.
Chimay to serve. Hilly goes to Lekator member Mena, blocked back, but out of play.
At this point in the set, expect member Mena to get nearly every single set because of how she's able to take over matches.
4 kills in this set alone. 2 of them have come in this rotation. Right back to Lekator member Mena, and she drills it through. Set point for the Ignite.
Definition of clutch. Member Mena coming up at a massive time, knowing she has 2 big blockers in front of her. That's the kind of player that she is.
She had 2 kills the entire set until about the last 5 points, and she's got 3 since then. And you hit the nail on the head. About every swing down the stretch is probably going to go her way, and it has.
It doesn't always have to be the perfect swing either. This Indy team hangs their hat on being gritty. It doesn't have to be pretty. They find ways to get out of rallies and continue to extend them and get opportunities to put balls down. What a comeback for this Indy team. At one point down 5 points in this set early on, but they battled back.
Down 5 at one point, like Emily said, also down 22-19 just moments ago, and it's been a 5-1 run since then for the Ignite.
Trying to give these fans something to watch. Keep them on their toes a little bit.
Keep them interested, right? You can't run away 2 sets in a row. I'm sure George Padgett would say I would really like it if our team would run away a couple sets in a row. Not quite the sellout crowd that we had Saturday night when there was more than 6,000 in attendance, but you're talking about a Thursday night or weeknight, really good turnout for this Indy Ignite faithful. as they are on their feet for set point, trying to go up 2-0. Bastianelli from the middle, diving effort from Murr, and a free ball back to the Rise. Swing this time from the setter and Rasky, and she delivers.
High IQ play from the 6-year veteran. Rasky stepping up when this team needed it most at a crucial time, getting it done. Beautiful time to do it, knowing she has no blocker up front. Chaos happening on the other side. Perfect time to take a big swing.
We will play extra points here in set 2, tied at 24. Lecator member Mena has the answer. Tools the block for yet another kill.
Member Mena doing such great work up front, seeing where the block is. Grand Rapids has to know where this ball is going and be more disciplined up front. Now Member Mena back on the service line, one of the toughest serves in this game.
She's got 10 kills on the night, but she's also got a lethal topspin serve here on set point. The slide, Bastianelli tied back up at 25.
What a handle from Erica Pritchard. That ball came so fast right on her. She handled it perfectly, allowing that middle attack to go.
Bastianelli, after the kill, rotates back to serve. Back set to Moeller on the slide. That has worked every time they've gone to it.
Moeller 3 for 3 on that side, and in the moment when Indy needed it most. Beautiful set from Hilly, allowing this option on attack. Massive hole for her to go right in.
A lot of Indiana connection for Blake Moeller, former Purdue Boilermaker, 2-time All-American there. The slide, Taylor gets an arm on it, but it flies out of play, and we continue to play on at 26 apiece.
Let's just keep going. I mean, with this high level of play, it's been so much fun to watch both teams just battle it out. You can tell how dialed they both are in serve receive as well, just so locked in.
Back row swing, Lecator member Mena plants it on the line for the kill, her 11th of the match.
You got to know where Lecator member Mena is at all times, even when she rotates into the backcourt. Hilly makes sure to know that she's a massive option back there.
Another set point for the Ignite. Sydney Hilly serving. Turned away, and the defense wins it for the Ignite.
Pretty, not pretty. Sometimes that's what it takes to get these sets done, and what a fight from the Indy Ignite, finding ways to battle back. After a 5-point deficit, they turned things on when it mattered most, especially late in that set, down 22-19. They found ways to get it done, and Lecator member Mena, a massive part of that.
Took them a little bit longer than they would have liked, but hey, they get it done regardless. It is a 28-26 win in set 2. The Ignite take a 2-0 lead, and we are now joined by George Padgett, the head coach of the Indy Ignite. And coach, a set like that, yes, you win set 1, but set 2, down as many as 5, to get that response and come back and win it. What's it say about your team?
Exactly what we want to be. We want to be tough. We want to be Indianapolis tough. You know, the gritty side of us came out. I love the way we defended at the end there. Just the resilience is a real sign of maturity for this team.
As Grand Rapids got into a rhythm, especially early on in that set, what's the biggest difference that you guys need to have going forward?
You know, they're obviously not going to miss as many serves as they did in the first game, so we got to expect to play volleyball. I mean, I think that they kind of gave us game 1. Game 2 is more of an indication of who they are. They're a very, very talented team. We're looking forward to a great third set here.
Coach, really appreciate your time. Thanks so much, and good luck the rest of the way.
Appreciate you guys.
That is George Padgett, the head coach of the Indy Ignite. His team with a come-from-behind victory in set 2, down as many as 5 at one point. They win it 28-26. It has been all Ignite so far. Indy on the home floor, up 2-0, and they've got a chance to sweep the Grand Rapids Rise on the other side. practice supporting the volleyball community and growing the game. Learn more and become a member at usavolleyball.org. 2-0 is the lead for the Indy Ignite on top of the Grand Rapids Rise as they are just a set away from a sweep and starting 2-0. Hello, everyone. We welcome you back inside the Fishers Event Center. Emily Eamon, Noah Reed back with you. Set 1 was pretty controlled the entire way by the Ignite, but I kind of feel like set 2 says a little bit more about them. Down by 5 at one point, come back and win.
Indy looked incredible at the end of that set. They had a shaky start, but they found ways to turn it on when it mattered. The biggest difference there was outside Lekator member Mena. She put up 8 kills just in the second set alone. When they get later in sets, Grand Rapids has to do a better job of keying in on her and not let her go off in a situation when they're up 22-19 and kind of handing the game away.
And only 2 of those 8 kills were in the first, 20 points or so. It was just her one swing after another at the end of that set to put it away.
So impressive. Again, Grand Rapids has to do a better job of knowing where she is because especially late in sets, member Mena finds ways to go off. And I thought Grand Rapids did a phenomenal job controlling the pace of that game. Throughout the first about half of the set, their serve receive was locked in. That allowed the offense to go off and looked pretty good throughout, but at the end, they have to find ways to close when they're up.
Yeah, they were up almost the entire way in that second set, but just couldn't close it out. Indy comes from behind to take the second set and go up 2-0. Looking back at set 1 first here, Emily, and it just really was kind of from the start. Grand Rapids got out to a good start. Indy came back, and they led that entire second set.
Indy did a much better job also shutting down the attackers that were doing really well for Grand Rapids. Naya Shimei did a great job during set 1. Much quieter set 2 because the blocking for Indy did a much better job. I thought Sydney Hilly did a really great job in set 2 as well toward the end of it, really varying up where she was setting those balls to. Blake Muller got going on the slide attack. That became lethal, hitting 1,000 right now. Blake Muller doing a phenomenal job and going to the back row attack when they needed it. And Indy just finding ways to get it done with their backs against the wall.
Yeah, Lekator member Mena, you touched on it, 8 kills in that second set. They went to her one swing after another down the stretch when they needed a win. They got it from her, 28-26, the final in that second set. So 2 sets in, Indy takes both of them, take a 2-0 lead. And really, I think the thing that jumps out, that Diggs number, I mean, the back row for Indy was keeping that ball alive a lot. 41 Diggs in the first 2 sets.
41 is absolutely insane to see maybe in a 3-set match. We're only 2 sets into this. They had 27 just in the first set alone, and you pair that with a 361 efficiency on attack. It's no wonder why they're up right now, 2-0. They're doing great on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, the air is also Grand Rapids 15 through the first 2 sets. That played a role, especially in set 1. And now we head to set 3. Indy up 2-0 over Grand Rapids, and in front of these home fans, the Ignite have a chance to end it in a sweep. It's coming up next. Member Mena and the Indy Ignite, 2 sets in, they've taken a 2-0 lead, controlled the first set from start to finish. Set 2, it took a come-from-behind effort, down as many as 5 at one point, but they win it 28-26. And now, Emily, you've got a chance to end this night early and get a sweep over Grand Rapids.
And that would be massive headed into the next matches of the season, gaining a little bit of momentum. They play at Columbus on Saturday, the Ignite do, so that'd be huge to get another win under their belt. Also get a little bit of rest before they travel to Columbus.
Yeah, that Columbus match is the first of 3 straight on the road. Then they go on a West Coast trip to San Diego and Vegas. So first 2 at home, that's nice. Inaugural season, you get the fans here for the first time, but it is a tough road trip coming up for Indy after this. And Kathy George and the Grand Rapids Rise, really tough stretch to start their season. For the first 5 on the road, they go to Atlanta on Sunday, preseason favorite in the league this season. Then they are at Columbus next week before finally returning home against Orlando in a couple weeks.
The biggest thing for Grand Rapids at this point in the season is just finding their rhythm. With players out to injury, Sheridan Atkinson, their opposite, not playing tonight, they've had to have some players step in and step up and still trying to shake out some of those early season blues.
Right out of the middle to start, Marin Grote threads it between the back row defenders, and Grand Rapids starts the scoring in set 3.
August Rasky has done a much better job in the second half of this match, getting those middles going. They've been so effective.
Didn't use them a lot in the first couple matches of the season, but she has gone there quite often against Indy tonight. Point Grand Rapids here, net violation against Ajani Teeler. And you brought up Sheridan Atkinson. That's 3.5 kills per set that they are without as well. A longtime pro, a veteran, not somebody that's easy to replace.
Offensive production is one thing, too. She's also 6'5", standing on the right side. So if you're an outside going up against that, you have to change your game against a tall right side like that.
CC Crawford gets the point here for the Indy Ignite to get on the board in set 3. And knowing that you said 6'5", Lector Member Mena, who she probably would have been matched up with, 5'8" on the outside, massive size advantage.
9-inch size advantage, really what it would have been as well.
Paige Briggs-Romine spins it off the block. Hilly goes near pin. Lector Member Mena shoves it down the line for her match-high 13th kill.
Member Mena known for that power, so when she goes to the off-speed, it's so effective. Really smart decision to go to it there.
Nina Chaic, who was spectacular in the first couple sets for the Ignite. Back to serve. She's got the dig here. Back set, Ajani Teeler cross court, scooped up by Rasky. Chimay goes right into the block of CC Crawford.
Beautiful setup and close from CC Crawford, getting all the way out to her pin. This is what she's known for, those great reads up front. She just has a great feel for the game.
659 blocks in her college career. Each of the last 3 years at Wisconsin, she had more blocks than she had kills. That's what she was known for as a Badger. Back row touch, Chaic. Miscommunication along that back line. It's a point for the Ignite, who've rattled off 4 straight now.
Grand Rapids needs to make sure they're not just giving Indy any easy points. Pritchard was in the right spot to make that play. That's one that has to be made on the Rise's side because they cannot just give Indy points.
Down 2 sets to nothing as well. They were up 5 in set 2 before relinquishing that lead. Now there's an ace from Chaic. 5 unanswered for the Ignite.
Grand Rapids needs to lock in that service heat just a little bit better. This is what we saw a lot of during set 1. Beautiful service hit right in the seam from Indy. Grand Rapids has to talk about that.
Only 1 ace Saturday night for the Ignite. They've got 4 of them in the first 2+ sets tonight. Briggs-Romine rolls it off the block. Needed that one, a bit of a silencer after 5 in a row by the Ignite.
The biggest thing that Grand Rapids was doing really well in the beginning of the second set when they really took command of this match was hitting balls off the top of the block. And the outsides especially did a really nice job of that, seeing where the block was and going right off the fingertips.
Teeler chased down by Grote. Back row Pritchard. Bump set from Murr to the near pin. Briggs-Romine again. Great effort from Hilly. Member Mena had it blocked right back to her. Point Grand Rapids.
Member Men in the right spot to make that play, just timing a little bit off of that jump. I think she jumped higher than she even thought she was going to. Beautiful block, though, on Grand Rapids side. Good push from Bastianelli.
Just mistimed that jump a little bit. Ooh, didn't mistime anything there. Good swing, but great dig in the back row. Chayic from the back, splits the back row defenders.
Chayic has such great court vision. She sees exactly where the block is, especially on these back row attacks. She has even better vision, seeing where the 3 blockers are, just hitting that seam barely right between them.
She had a Tennessee record 42 kills in a match this season against Western Michigan. The only player in SEC history to have more than 40 kills in the modern era. Just spectacular numbers.
Can completely take over.
Yes. Cross-court swing this time. Chimay has the answer for Grand Rapids.
Chimay is a player that needs to find her rhythm again. She did a phenomenal job during set 1, got a little bit more quiet during set 2. Indy defended her well, getting right back to it here in this third.
Well, she does have 9 kills tonight, only played 1 set total the first 2 matches, but because of the Sheridan Atkinson injury, she's getting more time today. Off the slide, Blake Moeller. They set her up on the slide 4 times. Emily has resulted in 4 kills.
Just as effective no matter where she is on the setter. This time running in on that quick attack off of 1 foot, just so good off that right leg.
Johnny Teeler sails it a little bit long. Service error, point rise. Sydney Hill is already really good, but the way that she's distributing a little bit, George Pageant said we need a little bit more from our middles, and she has set them up and has gone to the middles more tonight. And
it's not always in perfect situations. Hilly has such great range that she can still be 7, 8 feet off the net and get those middles going.
Lecator member Mena with the off-speed shot for the kill.
That'll send member Mena back to the end line. During set 1, she had that 7-point service run. Grand Rapids needs to lock in on service, even get this ball up high.
The last few times she served, it's been one and done. It's been a really nice job by that Grand Rapids Rise defense. She goes into the net this time. 8-7 lead for the Ignite, up 2 sets to nothing. Chance to start the inaugural season 2-0 after a win against Orlando last Saturday. Slide, Moeller drops it down again.
Soft touch this time from Blake Moeller. She's been bringing the heat on most of her swings. Just that light feather touch right over the block gets it done. Check out where she drops this ball. It's almost right over the back of the outside blocker, just going right over.
She's back to serve now, the 9-7 lead. The slide, the roll shot, and it works. Aaron Grote pulls the Rise within 1.
Grand Rapids continuing to go to that middle when it's available. Great set from Rasky, get it done.
And now the setter's back to serve for the Rise. Chayic into the block, gets a point for the Ignite.
So far during set 3, we've kind of been on a seesaw, going back and forth, trading points. Neither team really able to take command. It's going to come from the service line, though.
Great dig from Hilly, bump set Murr. Taylor is rejected. Grote up front with the block for Grand Rapids.
Beautiful close from Aaron Grote, getting all the way out to her outside. Looks like there's a seam there, then at the last second, Grote throws her hands in.
Back row touch. Lecator member Mena pounds it into the back row.
Haven't seen too much back row action here in this third set, but a good time for Sydney Hilly to get it going on the double quick attack, where you have the middle and the front court going in front of the setter, along with that big attack right behind it.
Tight to the net. poked down on the side of Grand Rapids, and the aggressive serve from Nina Chaich results in a point for the Ignite.
Good read up front, identifying where this ball was in relation to the net. Rasky trying to go set it, but it's over the plane, and so Crawford's able to make that play.
Billy goes back row again, this time Chaich.
No matter who's in the back court, Grand Rapids has had a really difficult time defending whoever it is for Indy. Doesn't matter if it's Teeler back there, Chaich, or member Mena, they're getting after it.
Largest lead of the third set for the Ignite on a bit of a run behind the play of Nina Chaich. 13-9 over Grand Rapids. Big run for the Indy Ignite right now. Forced a timeout for Grand Rapids. Largest lead for George Padgett and his club in set 3, up 13-9, up 2 sets to nothing. Chance to end this one with a sweep. And Nina Chaich, who's back behind the service line, has done a bit of everything, really all night, but especially in this third set, she's caught fire.
Chaich has been phenomenal, especially in the backcourt, whether she's serving or attacking. She's been great.
Continues to serve out of the timeout. That's Pritchard from the back for the rise that's scooped up. Lecator member Menace sent away. Haley goes right back to her. Good adjustment with the left hand from member Mena. Taylor far pin with a dart into the back row for the kill, and the lead is now 5.
Indy is so good at a system. Multiple times during that rally, Kylie Murr is taking the second ball and putting her hitters in a position where they can go up and take a massive swing at this.
It's been a relatively quiet night for Johnny Taylor, just 6 kills tonight. Sliding dig from Kylie Murr. Chaich goes off speed from the back. Back set, Taylor again spins it off the block, and she's got back-to-back kills.
Indy's defense is fueling their offense. Kylie Murr making insane play after insane play, just digging in, almost making it look easy how good she's doing in the back row. Then member Mena with good off-blocker defense allows that next attack to happen.
She said, what was that about me having a quiet night? Back-to-back kills for Johnny Taylor right after I say that, of course. 15-9 lead for the Indy Ignite, largest lead they've had in this third set. They've kind of gotten off to a slow start in all 3 sets, but in various amounts of the amount of time that it's taken them to respond, this one was rather quick to get back in.
And at the end of the day, you know, it doesn't matter how you start, it matters how you finish. And Indy has done a really nice job turning it on when it matters most. Here in this third set, though, doing a better job getting that going just a little bit sooner. Indy's offense has been nearly unstoppable. They're hitting 435 in this third set. That is an insanely high number. Grand Rapids defense needs to lock in just a little bit more and take control, especially on those points.
475 in the set, not all that much lower in the match as a whole. 383 for the Ignite hitting percentage tonight. Great turnout here at the Fishers Event Center on a Thursday night, second match in Indy Ignite franchise history after they won the opener on Saturday against Orlando.
This place is fun.
Yeah, it is.
Fishers Event Center, it's been rocking. Talking to Kylie Murr, she said on opening night, it sounded louder than it does at Penn State, which if you know anything about Rec Hall, that is one of the loudest environments in all of NCAA college volleyball.
Out of the timeout, it's an ace from Nina Chaich, and her long service run continues.
Indy continuing to take charge in different ways. Everything firing right now, whether it's the offense, the defense, serve receive, now on the service line putting in bullets.
Bump set from Murd. Teeler on the far pin. It finds the line. Her third kill of this set.
Teeler painting the line on the back. Doing a really nice job seeing where the block was, going right around it, getting it in.
All Ignite right now. They've got a chance to close out this third set and make it a sweep over Grand Rapids. Chaich has been the hot hands, whether it's serving or attacking in this third set. And she has a great dig in the back row. Free ball back to the Rise. Rasky goes outside. Briggs Romine finally puts an end to a long Ignite run.
Good hustle on Indy's side, but a really smart decision for Grand Rapids. Rasky setting this ball outside against Teeler, who is completely on the other side of the court for Indy.
Elena Ogilvie on to serve. First time we've seen her. The rookie from Honolulu, Hawaii. Played her college ball at Stanford. Member Mena poked back onto the Ignite side. Teeler finds a seam in the block.
Johnny Teeler is getting better and better as this match has gone on, really in every facet of her game. Now her fourth kill just in this third set alone. They are feeding her.
It's kind of taken a back seat tonight to Flecator member Mena, Nina Chaich, who have both played incredible, but here in this third set trying to close it down, it's been a lot of Ajani Teeler. There's an ace from CeCe Crawford.
Third ace of this set, Indy really doing a better job turning up the service pressure and really going after those seams around the passers.
Sixth ace of the night in total for the Indy Ignite. Just 6 points away from the sweep of Grand Rapids. Briggs Romine spins it off the block. Point Grand Rapids.
If Grand Rapids is going to come back, they're going to have to start with that and get the ball rolling right now. They can't wait too long if they want to make that push.
Chimay with a great serve. Overpass, drilled through. Ali Bastianelli out of the middle. A couple in a row from the Rise who are trying to make a push late in set 3.
Beautiful serve from Chimay, forcing that overpass. Bastianelli just taking care of it up front.
Hilly goes to member Mena, who snaps it into the back row.
Member Mena putting a little extra something on that ball, bringing all the power that she's got. Beautiful pass. Then she gets the ball right back to doing this.
Match high 15 kills for Flecator member Mena, hitting 394 on the night. Member Mena again. Tools the block. Point Ignite.
Member Mena is just so fun to watch. I mean, her celebration, how she takes control of the court. She's always asking for the ball. She's the reason why volleyball is so much fun to watch, because you have players like that that can take control and just a great personality in the sport.
It always seems like she has a smile on her face, but I imagine when you play the way she does, you're always going to have a smile on her face.
I think it doesn't even matter. She's always got a smile on her face regardless. She is just an absolute joy to watch.
17 kills on the night for Flecator member Mena. The Indy Ignite up 21-12 in this third set. A chance to sweep, just 4 points away from that. And a chance to move to 2-0 on the season before their 3-game road trip coming up.
Important to get momentum early on in this league. It is so difficult to get wins in the PVF. This is massive for Indy to get 2 potential massive wins under their belt early on. For this new squad that's only had about 6 weeks of practice together, it's been so impressive to watch them with the youth that they have integrate those rookies right away and be so impressive right out of the gates to get some momentum headed into the next few matches.
Well, there's no easy matches in this league, but I just think about the first 2 matches of the season. You took on Orlando, who's preseason picked to finish second in the league. Now Grand Rapids, who played in the championship match last year against Omaha. I mean, these are 2 really good franchises.
That makes it even more impressive that this young team is able to do this for Indy. They have 7 rookies on their team. That is a massive number, nearly half of the squad new to professional volleyball.
George Pageant said, yeah, we're really young, we're youthful, but I love the energy and the passion in our gym that comes with that youth.
Keeps him young.
Yeah, right? Slide for Moeller. That's the first time it hasn't ended in a kill. Back row swing, great effort, but it's still a kill for Naya Chimay.
Good answer right out of that timeout for Grand Rapids, finding ways to get some kind of offense going here in a must-win set for the Rise.
Trying to avoid the sweep, force a 4th set. They will need a come-from-behind victory late in this 3rd set. Out of system. Chaic gets a swing on it. Rasky back set off the slide. Chaic again whips it through the defense.
Indy's offense just lighting it up. They've done a phenomenal job tonight, especially here in this 3rd set, being so ultra efficient.
13 kills on the night to Chaic, 4 of them coming in this set.
Indy's offense hitting nearly 500 in this last set. Potential last set.
And this is who you want behind the service line too, Lekator member Mena. What a swing from the back row. Naya Chimay making the most of her opportunity tonight.
Rasky continuing to get Chimay going, knowing that she was a hot hand during set 1. They need a little bit more production from that right side. She's provided it.
Drafted in the 2nd round by the Rise this year, 13th overall pick. Had only played in 1 total set the first 2 matches. Slide for Moeller, finds an opening.
Blake Moeller just continuing to do her thing. She's now 6 of 7 on the night. No errors. Hilly is getting her going any chance that she can in a perfect pass.
One of 5 former Purdue Boilermakers between the 2 teams tonight. Kind of a Purdue reunion here in Indianapolis. Rasky swings. Chased down by Havili, and a free ball back to the Rise. Pritchard, great effort. Dumped back over, and one too many times, the Rise win it.
I mean, it is so difficult to put a ball down against Indy. Grand Rapids is having to take swing after swing. The biggest thing is outlasting Indy defensively, and Grand Rapids did a really good job of that during that rally, just keeping the pressure on them.
Not going away easy, too. It would have been easy to fall apart, but that's not been the case for them. On the slide, comes off the hand of CeCe Crawford wrong. Few in a row rattled off by the Rise. Down 7 still, but trying to make a comeback. Chaic off the fingertips of the block, and it is match point for the Indy Ignite. Fans to their feet, a lot of match points to work with for the Indy Ignite. Hilly back set, Taylor off the block. Chaic rolls shot and it drops down. The Indy Ignite sweep the Grand Rapids Rise and improved to 2-0 on the season.
Just a dominant performance from the Indy Ignite. The second they stepped on the court, they looked locked in every facet of the game. This offense hit over 400 tonight. They had 7 aces on the night, were locked in defensively as well. That backcourt was so impressive across the board. 3 players with 10 or more digs. That tells you how locked in this team was in a 3-set sweep.
Dominant performance for the Indy Ignite, who are now 2-0 on the season. George Pageant team with a sweep over Grand Rapids, 3-0. We'll wrap it up on the other side. Three-set sweep tonight for the Indy Ignite over the Grand Rapids Rise to improve to 2-0 on the season. And George Padgett, the head coach of the Indy Ignite, join us. Coach, you won all 3 sets kind of in different ways. What did you learn about your team tonight?
They made some good adjustments defensively, I thought, at the net. Did a really good job communicating front row to back row what they're seeing, and just taking big swings in the moment they need to. You know, no one backed off on their team, and I love that.
Everything was firing, Coach, and you told us earlier this week that serving was going to be a really big focus for you tonight. 7 aces on the night. What'd you like from your team on the end line?
They were aggressive, you know. Nini got it going a little bit more than the first night. Lex herself as normal, but I liked what Cece did from the service line, just really pushing the envelope. It was great.
Coach, you had 60 digs in a 3-set sweep tonight, 27 in the first set. I mean, there was nothing getting down against your back row.
I love that. That's my favorite stat you could ever give me, is the most digs. Like that just makes me feel good all the way around. So, yeah, I love that part.
Your offense tonight hit over 400 against a good defensive team in Grand Rapids. What did you think of their performance?
On offense, I thought we did a good job. Sid obviously distributing the ball. You know, she's very smart, thoughtful about who she's getting matchups with. So she definitely helps in this situation. We've got some dynamic athletes, and it was fun to watch.
Coach, 3 straight on the road coming up. What's the biggest focus for your team over the next week or so?
We got to find a way to enjoy this time on the road. You know, this is going to be new for us. We're a first-year franchise, and we're going to figure this out as we go. I'm sure we'll have a couple bumps on the travel, but, you know, honestly, that's the best part of this. We're gonna figure it out as we go.
Coach, let's talk about this environment, because this place was rocking tonight. What's your message to the fans that come out?
I mean, the state of Indiana, the city of Indianapolis, it is amazing. We cannot appreciate the support more. I mean, it's a Thursday night, and this place is almost full. That's ridiculous. Could not be happier with the support we're getting right now. Want to keep it coming. I think this is a great product, and we're happy to be a representation of this state.
Well, Coach, really appreciate your time. Thanks so much. Congratulations on the win, and we wish you the best of luck the rest of the way.
Appreciate you, too. Thank you very much.
That is George Padgett, the head coach of the Indy Ignite, after his team sweeps Grand Rapids tonight. And here's the look at the stats after a 3-set sweep. 406 hitting percentage. That'll get it done most nights, Emily.
And especially when you pair that with 60 digs in a 3-set match, you're giving your offense opportunities to run. Compared to Grand Rapids, just 34 digs on the night because Indy was so efficient up front on attack. Such an impressive night all around for Indy.
They win it in 3 sets over Grand Rapids tonight, and the Indy Ignite have now won 6 straight sets after losing the first against Orlando on Saturday. They are now 2-0 after a 3-set sweep over Grand Rapids, who now falls to 0-3 on the season. A big thank you to our entire crew for their great work tonight. For Emily Eamon, I'm Noah Reed saying so long from the Fishers Events Center, where the Indy Ignite sweep the Grand Rapids Rise and move to 2-0 on the season.